Yo guys, how's it going? It's Monday, it's P&Q time, and yeah, can't wait to get started. This may be one of the last times you see me doing P&Qs in my bedroom. That's not to say I won't do them in the future, but I've revamped my modelling room, studio, let's call it studio. Let's up the level a bit here. I've revamped my modelling studio, and I'll be doing an update on that soon enough, and maybe a quick video and plug that in the update, or randoms, and I don't know. And yeah, I'd like to say the sun is shining, but it's not. It's a gloomy day. It's been raining and drizzling, and yuck. Once again, I've printed out your questions or comments, and although it looks like 2 sheets of paper, it's confession time. It's probably only 1 sheet. The reason it's 2 is because I've increased the font size and done the spacing a bit more not to make it look more, but so I can read it easier. Hopefully, I was struggling I think a bit before. This says like, which glasses do I use to read this, and then I'll look like giant eyes if I look up with my other glasses on. So anyway, yeah, so okay, right. Starting from the top, okay. As always, this is just if you're new to P&Q, this is just where you email me your questions or comments, or don't forget, you can put them down below, but it does seem like your majority of you wanting to maintain the anonymity of just having a question read out with no name or pseudonym read out, or, unless you specify otherwise, and that's fine. That's okay. That's the way you want to go with this one. That's cool. It's different to the other stuff that's happening out there. So starting at the top then on my list that I printed off from YouTube. Okay, it says, what happened to Chill with Pete last week? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I was revamping my modelling studio, and yeah, I got caught up with that basically. Didn't have time, and I'm sorry about that, but I thought it was really important to do that. It needed doing so badly, and hopefully now that's sort of sorted out more or less. Service can be resumed as normal. It will mean I'll be able to do tutorials such as, see the technical marines you can see behind you there. I intend to start doing tutorials as soon as I've learned this new app I've got on my Mac. Unless you can tell me yourselves, I need something to, where they speed up the process or the clip, so you haven't got to watch it in real time. I'm not sure if Windows Movie Maker can do that. I don't know if iMovie can do that, but anyway, I've downloaded this app for the Mac to see if I can do it on there, and I'll see if I can learn about that. But other than that, everything's all good to go, and I just want to do an assembling tutorial, because I've seen a couple and they're either out of date, or I don't think they're giving you the greatest information. And I'm speaking to you beginners, not experienced people. Obviously you know what you're doing. I'm talking about people that are just starting out and feel a little bit daunted when you come to assemble your first model. I did, and that wasn't that long ago. But anyway, good tutorial telling you exactly what you need, what you can use, and the best way I found to go about it. So look forward to that one soon. So yeah, now I've got that. I've got a new series starting called On the Bench with Pete. So yeah, I'll try and cram it all in basically, and these are going to be sporadic. I know Chill with Pete's have usually been going out on a Wednesday, and I'll try and keep that up. So hopefully all is back to normal now. Right, okay, next question. Back to the old coffee again. Hey Pete, do you use a Mac or PC? I was wondering what to get, as I need to upgrade my old computer and would like something that would suit my needs. I would like to make videos for YouTube with regards to my other hobby of surfing. Cool, surfing's cool. Where do you live? Obviously, then you guys, you surfer dudes, not bothered about sunshine so much, more the wave, the surf, isn't it? So Yeah. Um, I use a Mac and a PC because I've got a nice new Mac here which I'm recording this on, these videos. And I've got an old laptop which I use for my other stuff. So, who knows, that may get upgraded. Excuse me, at some point. But yeah, I'd say either would suit you. I absolutely love the Mac. Its speed is phenomenal. I just turn it on, it's there. Like, you know, you're gonna wait, like make a cup of tea while it's firing up or anything like that. So that's what I like. I just like the speed of it, and it uploads and downloads and things just so quick. Yeah, but either, I think, you know, I don't think it really matters. There's good software on both. So, right, next. No chill with Pete? No, I think I've answered that one. Next one. Hi Pete, just want to say I think it's great that you're doing videos that are aimed at the beginner, as a lot of the videos tutorials out there seem to assume a certain level of competence. Now that you're going to do tutorials, could you do an assembly one? As I have just gotten into the hobby and am clearly doing something wrong. I have watched a few videos on YouTube and they seem a little outdated. Yeah, no. Any chance? Yes, exactly. Like I said just a second ago. I will be doing that. Definitely be doing that. Yeah. So, watch this space. Right, next. I would like to ask if you use a brush cleaner and what one do you use? So I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. But yes, I do. It's in the modelling studio. And I've got brush cleaner, brush restorer. I'm sorry, I can't remember the names of them, but I will put them in other videos. Probably one of the tutorials, or on the bench with Pete. You'll see it there. I will show you. Promise. Just watch the other videos. Okay. Bruce Lee or Mephiston? Who would win? Well, Bruce Lee's got the phenomenal physical ability, hasn't he? I'm not sure about Mephiston. I don't know the lore too well. I just know he's awesomeness in a box, you know, or awesomeness on legs. I mean, his stats are great. I don't know. It depends. How would you stat line Bruce Lee in Warhammer? Warhammer 40k. Okay. I'm going to say Mephiston, just because I like Blood Angels. What is the most embarrassing thing that you've ever done? So many to choose from. Most embarrassing thing I've ever done. I can't think off the top of my head. Most embarrassing thing. There's so many, isn't there? Oh, excuse me. I don't know. Got up to go to work once, and I'd only just got back from work and fallen asleep. I know, that's quite embarrassing. That was a long time ago. I used to work in a bakery many years ago, and the crazy hours. They start like 3 in the morning, and sometimes you do very long days, and you just never get any sleep. Come home just long to sleep. Any chance I would get, I would sleep. And obviously, I came home, collapsed, fell in the chair, just collapsed, went to sleep. Woke up in a panic. I don't know, half an hour later, rushing out the door, grabbing my bag and stuff to go to work. So I thought I was late because starting at 3:30, it was always dark when you went to work. If it's light, I'm late. Start panicking, and then realising I just got in. So what's going on with that? So that was quite embarrassing. If I think of any more, I'll say throughout the video, or ask me again sometime. Okay, how soon for any bat reps? Well, the Realm of Battle board tutorial is coming on nicely. I would say I'm over halfway with that project now, and it'd be good to do them on there. I think in my living room. I know it's not ideal, but you know, if I can get something going, and I want to, won't be anytime soon. I'm afraid. I'll be doing loads of other stuff in the meantime, though. But yeah, it won't be anytime soon. Okay, next. Do you listen to music whilst painting, and what type? No, don't listen to music when I'm painting. Sorry. So I can't. That's no and no type. What are your thoughts on Games Workshop's prices for their models? Well, it's a very expensive hobby, isn't it? Well, like any hobby, it's expensive. I think Warhammer in general, and the hobby of Games Workshop and Citadel, I think it's more expensive than most. I think it is overpriced like anything, but if you want to do it, you've got to pay the money. I think it's strange their price value differences in different countries. Like Australia seem to pay more in value wise for their models than we do here in the UK, and we pay more than elsewhere. And I don't know what the cheapest country is to buy Citadel miniatures from is, but none of it's cheap. No, but yeah, I mean, I doubt very much there's anybody from Games Workshop watching my channel, but if you are, I think it is overpriced. It'd be nice to have a price hold for a while, like a price freeze. I'm not questioning your business ethics or anything else, but when you're talking like, sometimes a couple £100 for a model, I mean, come on, it's a plastic model, a couple £100 really, it's not worth that much. But then you could say it's worth it to the individual. Yes, it is, because for myself, I use it as a form of therapy for my condition. Yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, if I didn't think it was worth it, I wouldn't do it, would I? So I guess that answers my own question, or your question. But my own question, if I'm questioning Games Workshop's pricing, then yeah, that answers my own question. So for me, yeah, I think it's worth it. Okay, next. Hi Pete, you have mentioned your dogs and included them in some of your videos, but do you have a cat? No, I don't. Sorry, I'm allergic to cats. I would love to have one, but like I say, I'm just allergic to them. Sneezing continuously, my eyes puff up, I get chesty and wheezy. Used to have a cat when I was very young. Didn't know I was allergic to them, so I suffered quite badly as a child. I'm not allergic to dogs though, which is cool, because I love having dogs, and I couldn't live without dogs. No, I don't have a cat. Greetings from Sheffield. Greetings, Sheffield. You stated in a previous video that when you started, you bought the large 6th edition rulebook and had just finished reading it when 7th came out. I want to know, did that not bug the heck out of you? And do you still feel the same level of enthusiasm for the hobby? I only ask this last part as I noticed that on a couple of occasions that you didn't seem very enthusiastic. I would even say unhappy. Oh, did I? Oh, I'm very sorry about that. Well, not intentional, I assure you. No, my enthusiasm has only ever grown for this hobby, and it's growing all the time. I just love it. I cannot get enough of it. It really, really is. It's what I look forward to every day. Doing a bit of modelling, and learning the rules. Incidentally, I've read the rules and gone through them. Actually, I'm on this one right here. I'm on the special rules now, but I'm going to ignore them for a little while until I get used to the main rules. But yeah, so that's done. That was a lot to take in, but we're getting there. No, my enthusiasm is growing all the time. Did it bug me about the book? Yes, it did, because I paid a lot of money for that book, and then they go and outdate it and replace it with another lot. So really, Sorry about seeming unhappy though, or down. No, maybe you were referring to the chill with Peter. I said not so chilled. I was a bit stressed that week because interviewed at the DWP and they're cracking the whip saying get back to work, you know. And they're going to be assessing me. Their company that they use are going to medically assess me. They want them to say yes, so that I'm fit enough to go back to work. So they're going to want me to get back to work. Okay, but it's exactly the same company that my previous employer used to medically retire me and say no, he's not fit for work. So to me, that just smacks of corruption right there. No interest at all in the individual or the condition of the individual, and in my case MS. They don't care about that. They just care about statistics and figures, and like, there's a bit of this going on somewhere, to be truthful. Anyway, yeah, so sorry about that. Yes, it did bug me, the book rule change thing. Yes, did annoy me because I meant I had to fork out another 50 quid for the next lot of rules. But there you go. That's could happen to anyone at any time. You know, it could. You know, things like that can change. They just change. And there's not really any clue as to when. But yeah, I'm very enthusiastic. So yeah, I may not be as manic as like someone like Dave from Mini Wargaming, but I'm very enthusiastic. Right, next random question here with no relevance to anything. Okay, this should be good. What kind of car do you drive? I drive a Land Rover Freelander, blue one. On to the next page. Assume there's no more of that one. Nope. It's great that you suggest different channels for us to check out. I love your YouTube channel of the week. I was already aware of a couple of them, but I really enjoy the ones I've never heard of before. I checked out the Mars and Ollies channel from a couple of weeks back. Damn you, now I have even less time to do stuff as I'm looking for more stuff like this. Very fascinating, the whole Mars thing, isn't it, just? On the plus side, they are great to watch whilst I am painting and assembling my models. Keep up the great work, smiley face. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I haven't actually watched those whilst painting. But that's a good suggestion, actually, or a good tip. I might steal that one from you and maybe put them on in the background, because some of them are long, some of them are short, some of them are only medium. Yeah, I like watching back reps when I'm painting. Well, listening to them. Anyway, store that one away. Ho Pete, was that Hi Pete? Ho Pete, what colour primer do you use on your models? Well, depends on the model. Sometimes I use black, sometimes I use white, sometimes I use grey. A lot of the time I use black on things like troops and whatnot, but if it's a character, I tend to use white or grey to get a brighter finish to it, if that makes sense. Black's handy for like seeing, sometimes, well, it depends on, sometimes what the colour you use is handy for seeing if you've missed a bit and things like that, but most of the time I use black, but I will use black, white and grey, or black, grey and white. And last one, if you like the Mars pictures that have anomalies in them, then you should check out a channel called Truth Seeker. I'm already subscribed to Truth Seeker, and yeah, good channel. And that's it for this week. That's all for P&Q. Don't forget, you can leave your comments or questions down below, or you can email me at miniwarzone@gmail.com, and as usual I will put a link below to that if that's the way you want to do it. So thanks again for all your questions and comments, and I look forward to speaking with you again next week. Until then, happy wargaming.